Sunday. That's all coming up next.
All right, Mike. Thanks so much. Looking forward to that. That's good news. Look at the sun over that. Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, surrounded by the White Mountain National Forest up in New England. That looks beautiful. Cold. Will it be cold or rather warm? Mike has the forecast and your chance at winning some Squirrels tickets. Stay tuned. (7:11) right now, and true baseball fans know athletes and hitters are hitting more home runs these days, and there are some competing explanations as to why. Better change and better training and maybe juiced baseballs, but one doctoral student has another explanation. Global warming. That's because warm air is less dense, making it easier for objects like baseballs to travel farther.
The researcher looked at stats from more than 100,000 games and the weather conditions at the time to come up with his explanation. To mitigate this effect, he suggests that MLB move more games to the evening or morning hours, which could also address the safety of ballpark guests on hot days. That does make sense because areas that get really, really hot, airports, the planes need a longer time to take off to get that lift. So, yeah, it's less dense. The balls can travel like that. So, yeah.
The fans sitting in the bleachers want more home runs. Yeah. Come away with a souvenir.
How about a morning game? If you guys can come over to the Diamond at around 6:30 tomorrow morning, that'd be fantastic. We're going to play 9 right there. You'll be able to get to work.
Maybe it's poor pitching. You never know.
Never know. Or pine tar, going back to the 80s.
Oh.
There you go.
Little George Brett action.
Brett, yeah.
I love it. All right, well, speaking of baseball,
yeah,
a little quiet last night.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had a lot of rain yesterday, and unfortunately, it started to break up after about 8 o'clock, but they had to call the game by 8 because.
Please?
I was going to say they had to call the game because there's all the rain prior to that.
You know what's not quiet?
What's that?
Parney's pants.
No, they're not only bright, but I tell you, our buddy Parney, man, he was beside himself yesterday. I think he and I texted back and forth about the weather about 600,000 times. So he has his finger on the pulse of the weather. Today's going to be better. Might get a passing shower, a few sprinkles today, but nothing compared to yesterday. Outside currently, a couple of breaks in the clouds right now. It's 44 at the airport. Winds out of the north-northeast at about 10 miles an hour, making it feel more like 39. And we have that double header across the diamond for today. 4 o'clock, 4:05 first pitch. Should be about 54 degrees or so. And then by the time we have the in-your-face fireworks at the end of game 2, about 46. There's a slight chance of a passing shower, a couple sprinkles, but there's a better chance it's going to be dry. No rain chances like last night. We have area temperatures for most of our viewing area in the low and mid 40s. And you can see this cool air continues to come in from the north and the northeast. And the cloud cover is actually keeping us a little bit warmer. Look at the northern sections of the country there in the 20s and 30s. A lot of the rain is heading to our south today. There's an area of low pressure here down by about Alabama and Mississippi. And what's going to happen is that moisture is going to go through North Carolina. But you know, some of these showers are still sneaking across the North Carolina-Virginia border, and that'll be the trend today. The best chance of rain is going to be south of the Tri-Cities, but we may get a few sprinkles or a couple light showers up in the metro by late today. But that chance is not very high. But you do see some showers here, Lunenburg, Mecklenburg County, Brunswick, over into Sussex and southern Dinwiddie, and also Greensville County. So a lot of clouds today, a few breaks in the clouds, maybe a passing shower, a few sprinkles, a better chance across southern Virginia. And that chance goes up a little bit later today into this evening. And then that system pulls away. And then for tomorrow morning, clear out pretty rapidly. We drop down in the 30s. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're looking for high temperatures getting into the upper 50s and low 60s. So it's going to be a nice Easter Sunday, just a little chilly in the morning and a cool day, but lots of sun. It's going to be really cold in some spots Sunday night, possibly near 30 north and west, but then we warm up through the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s with a mainly dry work week ahead.
The popularity of electric cars is accelerating, but new tax rules could tap the brakes. I'm Bradley Blackburn at the New York International Auto Show, and I'll explain why.
Welcome back. It's 17 after the hour. The New York International Auto Show is now open to the public in New York City. And this year, electric cars are taking center stage, but buying one could be getting a little more complicated. Bradley Blackburn explains.
The Hyundai Ioniq 6.
The World Car of the Year runs on e-power. Hyundai's Ioniq 6 took home the top prize at the New York International Auto Show.
Like most electric cars, I know this thing can accelerate.
That it can.
The company took us for a spin It starts at about $45,000 and can travel up to 360 miles on a charge.
How quick can it go, 0 to 60?
Officially 5.1.
The Ioniq joins a wide selection of electric vehicles at this year's show, as many consumers are making the shift. Last year, Americans bought more than 800,000 new EVs, a 65% increase over 2021. And Cox Automotive is forecasting 1 million sales this year. Many electric buyers have received federal tax credits of up to $7,500, but the list of cars that qualify is expected to shrink very soon. You think this is going to be a big seller?
Oh, yes.
Kristen Lee with Motor Trend says in mid-April, the government will reveal new rules. EVs made overseas or even domestic brands with certain imported components won't qualify for full credits.
I guess if you have your eye on an EV and you know it's eligible for the full federal credit, you have a few days left to go down to the dealership.
Tesla says the credit will be reduced for some versions of the popular Model 3.
Some cars will remain eligible, some cars won't be eligible, some will be eligible for partial credit.
The tax changes aren't expected to slow production. Nearly all the major automakers are driving ahead to an electric future. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
All right, 7:19. Mike Stone will have a look at your forecast in 60 seconds.
A and C are on, B is off. So the Virginia Fame program is actually the Central Virginia chapter and Virginia Fame all in one. Fame is a national program over about 3 dozen different chapters across the country. If they have a high turnover, that's a high expense for that company. But we are the first one in the state of Virginia helping to fill these positions for these companies.
The FAME program is critically important to businesses, especially manufacturing, technology-related businesses in Central Virginia.
It can be connected in series or parallel. It's for local individuals, local students to get high quality, high paying jobs with these local industry partners within the manufacturing industry.
In the FAME program, the employees, the students, are directly employed by the companies.
I noticed we do have some scrap.
The companies are the core members and the key drivers of how the FAME program operates.
It's 7:20 on your Saturday morning. A lot of cloud cover, but a few breaks in there, so we're seeing a little bit of sun in some locations. Temperatures are cool. We're in the low and mid 40s and feels a little bit cooler thanks to the breeze. Feels closer to about 39, 40 degrees in Richmond. Rain continues, not very heavily, across southern Virginia, and this will be the best chance of seeing showers today. May get a couple sprinkles or a light shower or two up in the metro by later today, but the rain chance significantly lower than yesterday. In fact, the best chance of rain is going to be across Southside Virginia. But we'll still have a lot of clouds, a little bit of sun here and there, a high in the low and mid 50s. Easter Sunday going to be chilly in the morning, upper 30s, but then we'll see a high temperature of 62. Pretty cold Sunday night, and then we have a nice warm up for the week ahead with dry weather expected and some 80s mid and late week. Greg.
Mike, thanks so much. It's 7:21. An American journalist arrested and jailed in Russia. What he's being formally charged with and how the State Department is responding. Plus, an extraordinary move in Tennessee where lawmakers have been expelled. How the White House is responding to the vote. .23 after the top of the hour. Welcome back. Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich has been formally charged with being a spy in Russia. That is according to Russian state news agency TASS. The American journalist was detained more than a week ago, along with the newspaper denies the accusations. The State Department has not yet commented on the formal charges. However, over the weekend, Secretary of State Antony Blinken made a rare phone call to his Russian counterpart, where he says he insisted on Gershkovich's immediate release. Wednesday, Blinken said there is a formal process to that release and that they are going through it right now. Gershkovich was able to meet with his lawyers on Tuesday, and according to the Wall Street Journal, they say he is in good health. The Journal also called for his immediate release. Russian state media says the U.S. Embassy in Moscow still has not been granted consular access to the journalist. Vice President Kamala Harris joined a rally in Nashville for the 3 Tennessee Democrats who have been targeted by the Republican supermajority. President Biden has invited them to the White House. CBS's Mark Strassman is in Nashville with more.
Round of applause for the awesome Justin Jones and Justin Pearson.
The newly expelled Tennessee lawmakers are being hailed by many as heroes in Nashville. one day after being ousted from the state legislature for demanding action on gun control.
We need you.
Vice President Kamala Harris flew down from Washington to support the so-called Tennessee Three and said the actions by the Republican supermajority were shameful.
A democracy says you don't silence the people. You do not stifle the people. You don't turn off their microphones when they are speaking about the importance of life and liberty.
Republicans expelled Democrats Justin Pearson and Justin Jones for disrupting a legislative session with their fellow Democrat, Representative Gloria Johnson.
No action, no peace.
The three were demanding stricter gun control laws in the wake of another school shooting.
Mutiny on the House floor.
The expulsion drew immediate outrage from many watching. Johnson, a former teacher who experienced a school shooting in 2008, avoided removal by just one vote.
It might have to do with the color of our skin.
Republicans deny that. Jones will likely be back in the chamber room soon. Nashville's council chooses an interim replacement on Monday, and a majority of them have signaled they intend to appoint Jones. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Nashville.
On a much lighter note, we have been waiting for months for the first pitch at the Diamond for the Squirrels season to start. What's one more day? Our hometown team will try again this afternoon with a doubleheader after rain washes away opening night. But the inclement weather didn't stop baseball fans from gathering at the Diamond, a peek at the action off the field. It's a springtime tradition unlike any other. Look up in the sky. Looks like thousands of eggs will be falling from on high, like that. Where you can enjoy this Easter event in just a matter of hours. We drop the details ahead.
This is CBS 6 This Morning Weekend.
More details revealed regarding the in-custody death of Ivo Otieno. The Freedom of Information Act requested by CBS 6, and the documents we were able to recover. Opening night at the Diamond rained out, but the fans still show up for some support and some fun with the Flying Squirrels. A look at the soggy evening and when Game 1 is happening today.
And folks are waiting and are ready for Easter on Parade. It is back on Monument Avenue, so go get those Easter bonnets and get ready. We'll tell you more coming up.
Good thing Easter wasn't yesterday, man.
Right. I know.
We had enough problems with the Squirrels Home Opener, and we had problems with the kickers the night before with the thunderstorms.
You know what they say, though? Glass half full. April showers, though.
Yes. Tomorrow's going to be a fantastic day. Today's not going to be bad. It's not going to be yesterday, but there's still going to be a lot of cloud cover around and maybe a couple showers, but it will be a better day than it was yesterday. Still kind of cool, though. Want to show you what's going on outside right now. And this is our tower cam looking over the city, and I picked this one to show you the clouds busting up a little bit. But this is not a trend that's going to continue on and on during the day. These clouds will fill back in from time to time. So we will kind of average it out to be mostly cloudy, but it will not be overcast the entire day everywhere. Right now we have temperatures in the low and mid 40s, but a little bit of a breeze outside, so it feels more like about 39, 40 across parts of the metro right now. And in terms of radar, we have some rain showers across Southside Virginia. These are very light and kind of scattered. You can see they're even scattering out as we animate through the past couple of hours. Best chance of rain today is going to be far southern Virginia, closer to about Route 58 in the North Carolina border. We may get a couple sprinkles in the metro and maybe get a shower in here late today, but that chance is fairly low. Speaking of low, temperatures aren't going to go that high. We'll be in the low and mid 50s today, but we have multiple days in the 80s in our 7-day forecast, and we'll talk about that in a drier trend. That's all coming up in just a little while. Greg.
Michael, thanks. A string of emails CBS 6 requested is providing new information about the Central State employees charged in the death of Ivo Otieno and the training that they went through. Tyler Lane takes a look.
Nelson Smith is the commissioner of the Virginia Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services. That's the agency that oversees the Commonwealth psychiatric hospitals, including Central State. That's where Ivo Otieno died by homicide by suffocation, as video shows him being restrained by Henrico County Sheriff's deputies and hospital employees. Smith has yet to make a public comment about Otieno's death, so we requested his emails, which are public records through the Freedom of Information Act. The first communication we found came on March 8th. That's 2 days after Otieno's death and the day that CBS 6 reporter Wayne Koval first inquired about it. Wayne's questions led to another thread between agency leaders and the governor's office. However, we don't know what it says because the department completely blacked out those messages, citing exemptions from mandatory disclosure. On March 9th, we see the department had already reached out to the Attorney General's office a couple days prior, alerting them that media requests would be coming. No emails with the AG's office came back in our request. The department did withhold 71 records from us, though, citing exemptions again from mandatory disclosure. On March 16th, Smith alerts staff that 3 hospital employees were charged with second-degree murder: Darian Blackwell, Wavy Jones, and Cedarius Williams. The records show that they were employed as special management technicians, and their job is to control access to units where court-ordered patients are assigned. They are expected to intervene verbally and physically to maintain safety. Blackwell completed 74 hours of training, including protective medical restraints and self-awareness and aggression management. Williams had 68 hours, including those same subjects, plus admission orientation and restraint application. Jones completed 67 hours, but we did not see restraints training listed on his record. Hospital policy shows face-down restraints are expressly prohibited because, quote, there is a clear link between sudden death and clients restrained or held in a face-down position. Despite this, video shows Otieno was restrained face-down by deputies and hospital workers for 11 minutes before he died. Now, the policy also states that the decision to utilize restraints is up to the sheriff's department that transports the patient. We have asked the Henrico Sheriff's Office for their policy on restraints, but they declined to give it to us. I'm Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News.
7:35 right now. Friday night was supposed to be the start of another season for the Flying Squirrels, of course, but the game was postponed today because of the rainy weather last evening. However, photographer Joe Valdez shows us the rain didn't stop fans from coming out to the Diamond to support the local 9.
If you're into baseball, the opening game is important. It's baseball, it's springtime. Just the weather's not cooperating tonight, but it doesn't matter.
I think everybody's praying that it don't rain.
You been here long? You've been here long? Since 5:15?
I was expecting it to be sunny today, but driving an hour and some change to get here and it just rained. It's just, I wasn't expecting it. Nobody was.
The game got rained out. I mean, it's the first game, you know, have some fun with the friends, but nothing we can really do about it.
Very disappointed. I was excited to see the Flying Squirrels play, man.
Well, Mike Stone had some rain in the forecast, though. Now, with the postponement, the game will be made up today as part of a doubleheader. Gates open about 3. First pitch for Game 1 scheduled for 4:05. Second game will start about 45 minutes after the first one ends, and in-your-face fireworks will end the evening. If you have tickets for tonight, you are able to enjoy both games of the doubleheader. Fans with tickets for Friday night's game will be able to exchange them for any other home game this season. That's subject to availability.